That look good, yeah? I like it. All right, I'm Khalid Bryan, and we are here at episode 7 at the Miami Realtors Global Global Congress. So please tell the people who they're meeting. What's your name?
Hi, so my name is Jennifer, and I'm the owner of Sunny Title.
Sunny Title. I like the name. That's appropriate for Florida.
Of course. That's why we named it Sunny Title. Always sunny.
When were you open? When did you open?
So actually, October was 6 years. We just celebrated 6 years in business. So very excited about that.
Okay.
I think the first 5 years are always the toughest, and we've overcome that and just trying to get better every day.
Okay. So Jennifer here is interesting because I'm a Miami Realtors YP in the Broward chair, and I see Jennifer at a lot of our events. Antonio was just telling me he saw Jennifer in Dubai. You know how hard it is to see somebody you know in America in a whole other country? So Jennifer, you must travel a lot. You must be on the scene a lot. What is the importance of showing up and building your business?
Well, honestly, it's all about relationships. So whenever I'm going to these events, networking events, it's really the time that you use there. And for me, Dubai was kind of like I got invited to go. Do you want to come with me? A friend told me, and I was like, sure. And then I said, well, these are great relationships that I can make there. So I made a lot of connections because not only were we at the conference, but we also did the
RE Bar Camp?
Well, yes.
I saw your RE Bar, yeah.
Well, name an event. I try to go to as many as possible. They do get a little overwhelming, but I love it. It's fun. And like I said, it's all about building relationships, and I meet a lot of amazing people.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about your company. You don't just, a title company doesn't just close deals, right? What do you do?
We do a little bit of everything. So it's funny you mentioned that because I'm actually just, digging deeper into what we do. And it's more than just pushing paper around. It's really just being kind of that partner, not only for our agents, for our lenders, but of course that buyer and seller who is probably making either the biggest sale or biggest purchase of their life.
Yeah.
So what we do on a daily basis as far as paperwork, yes, we check title, we make sure it's clear, but there's so much more that happens. We're really just trying to deliver an experience to them where they're going to walk out of that saying, wow, I'm so excited I bought. It wasn't a nightmare. I don't know what people are talking about. So that's really what we're trying to do.
Okay. And being that we're at the Global Congress, I have to ask you a global question. Okay. So let's just say someone has a seller in another country selling a property here. Can you just briefly explain to people what the FIRPTA tax withholding is?
It's my favorite F word.
That's funny.
Have a newsletter that it's actually titled My Favorite F Word.
Oh.
And so FIRPTA, what happens is in 1980, I'm gonna get really nerdy.
That's what this is about. Yeah, let's do it.
So in 1980, the IRS said, hey, guess what? We're seeing that foreigners are buying, they're selling, and unlike you and me who are paying taxes, they're not. So what we're gonna do is they can buy all the properties they want. However, when they go to sell, there's going to be a 15% withholding of the purchase price. So not of the proceeds, of the actual purchase price. And when I say withholding, it doesn't mean the IRS is going to keep that 15%. It's that at time of closing, that 15% within 20 days has to be submitted to the IRS. And then it's the seller's job to actually do all their paperwork with their CPA, file their taxes just like you and I do. And then at that point, the IRS decides how much do you owe the IRS, and they'll take it from that withholding amount, and the rest will be sent off to that seller. It sounds very easy. It is a little bit complicated, so it's important to have the right people around you who have done this over and over and over and know the ins and outs.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any ways to get around it, avoid?
Of course. Okay. There's always exemptions. So one of the exemptions is if the property's less than $300,000 and the buyer is going to be residing in the property, willing to sign an affidavit stating that they will reside for 50% of the following 2 calendar years, then there's no money due at time of closing. Now, that doesn't mean the seller doesn't have to pay taxes. It just means for purposes of us closing, we don't have to. The other exemption is if it's from $300,000 to $1 million, instead of doing 15%, it's only 10%. And then if you're selling over $1 million, there is no exemption. You just gotta do it. And I've had the painful situation where I had to send that kind of money into the IRS, but hey, they sold the property.
Well, you heard it here first. If you're doing global business, there's no better place than a Global Congress, and there's no better company than Sunny Title. How can people find you?
Well, you can follow us on Instagram, Sunny Title. I love to do reels. I have been making a fool of myself lately, and I'm enjoying it. So, yeah.
There you go. A title company that's fun. You heard it here. I'm Khalid Bryan. This is episode 7, Miami Realtors Global Congress. I wish you could see that plane taking off as the perfect exit. We're out. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.